A dinosaur crossed an ocean, and scientists still can't fully explain how. No wings, no ice bridges, no human technology, just open water. Imagine the Earth nearly 100 million years ago. The world feels unfamiliar, hotter, wilder. The oceans are swollen far beyond modern coastlines. Storms roll endlessly across dark prehistoric seas, and somewhere beneath those waves, something enormous is moving. Not a whale, not a shark, not even a marine reptile, a dinosaur. But dinosaurs weren't supposed to do this. So what did scientists miss? The mystery began with fossils. Not one fossil, hundreds. Bones appearing across completely different continents. Africa, South America, Europe. Sometimes nearly identical species appearing impossibly far apart. At first, scientists thought the answer was simple. Maybe the continents had once been connected. And they were right, partly. Millions of years earlier, the supercontinent Gondwana had linked huge portions of the planet together. Animals could move freely across land. But then came the problem. The dates didn't match. By the time some of these dinosaurs existed, oceans had already split the continents apart, which meant one terrifying possibility remained. Somehow, something crossed the water, and one dinosaur stood out more than all the others. Spinosaurus, one of the strangest predators ever discovered. Longer than Tyrannosaurus rex, taller than most predators alive today, equipped with jaws shaped like a crocodile trap. And then there was the sail, a giant structure rising from its spine like the mast of a ship emerging from fog. Scientists argued about it for decades. Was it for display, temperature control, intimidation? But eventually, another theory emerged. Maybe this dinosaur wasn't built for land at all. And if that's true, then everything changes. New fossil discoveries shocked paleontologists. The bones of Spinosaurus were unusually dense. Most land dinosaurs had lighter bones that helped support movement on land. But dense bones behave differently. They act almost like ballast. That's something we see in aquatic animals. Then came the tail. Scientists reconstructed it and realized something unbelievable. The tail wasn't stiff like a land predator's tail. It was broad, flexible, paddle-shaped, perfect for generating thrust in water. Then the nostrils, positioned farther back and higher on the skull, ideal for breathing while most of the body remained submerged. Suddenly, Spinosaurus no longer looked like a dinosaur that occasionally entered rivers. It looked like a predator that belonged there. So mystery solved, right? It lived near rivers. End of story. Not even close, because rivers don't explain what happened next. Fossils connected to spinosaurids began appearing across huge regions separated by water. Some scientists proposed temporary land bridges. Others suggested island hopping. But none of the explanations felt complete. The oceans of the Cretaceous were massive, violent, dangerous. Even modern animals struggle there. So how could a dinosaur survive? Unless it was far more adapted to water than anyone expected. Picture the scene. A storm approaches across a prehistoric sea. Massive waves crash against rocky coastlines. Most animals retreat inland, but one giant predator moves toward the water instead. Slowly, it enters the surf, then deeper. Its body becomes buoyant. Its tail begins to move side to side, not awkwardly, naturally. The sail cuts through mist rising above the sea. Then the shoreline disappears behind it. Days pass, then weeks. And somehow, it keeps going. It sounds impossible. But modern crocodiles have been documented traveling hundreds of kilometers through open ocean. They ride currents, drift strategically, save energy. Some even survive in saltwater environments for extended periods. And Spinosaurus may have been even more specialized for aquatic life than crocodiles are today. So maybe it really did cross entire oceans. Maybe this was the first dinosaur sailor. But once again, The real answer is stranger, because the biggest clue was never hidden inside the animal. It was hidden in Earth itself. During the Cretaceous period, sea levels were dramatically higher than today. Entire regions of continents were flooded by shallow inland seas. North America was partially split apart by a massive seaway. Coastal ecosystems stretched across huge, interconnected aquatic systems. The world map we know today simply didn't exist yet. They were already home. And we're the ones still trying to understand the world they mastered. Which raises a terrifying possibility. What if the oceans we imagine today weren't barriers at all? Imagine endless chains of wetlands, shallow coastlines, inland seas, estuaries, river deltas, all connected together across prehistoric Earth. To humans today, crossing the Atlantic Ocean sounds impossible for a dinosaur, but to a semi-aquatic predator living during the Cretaceous, the journey may never have felt like crossing an ocean at all. It may have simply followed water, and that changes everything. Because suddenly, Spinosaurus stops looking like an impossible anomaly and starts looking like the perfect predator for a planet covered in water. Picture enormous mangrove forests stretching for thousands of kilometers, giant fish longer than cars swimming through muddy channels, crocodile-like predators lurking beneath the surface, flying reptiles circling overhead, and moving through all of it. A 15-meter predator built to dominate the edge between land and sea. Not fully marine, not fully terrestrial, something in between. But maybe Spinosaurus was unique. Maybe no other dinosaur adapted this far to water. Again, the fossil record says otherwise. Other spinosaurids show similar adaptations: elongated skulls, fish hunting teeth, aquatic feeding behavior. Some paleontologists now believe certain dinosaur lineages evolved far closer to aquatic lifestyles than we once imagined possible, which means this wasn't an accident of evolution. It was a direction evolution was actively exploring. And if evolution pushed dinosaurs toward water once, how far could it have gone if the extinction never happened? Think about that for a moment. Dinosaurs ruled Earth for over 160 million years. Humans have existed for only a tiny fraction of that time. Given enough time, could some dinosaurs have become fully oceanic? Creatures as specialized for the sea as whales are today? We'll never know. Because 66 million years ago, everything changed. But here's the real twist. The greatest mystery was never whether a dinosaur could cross an ocean. The greatest mystery is how alien Earth itself once was. We imagine prehistoric Earth as a slightly stranger version of the modern world. But it wasn't. Entire oceans existed where deserts stand today. Tropical wetlands covered regions now completely dry. Sea levels rose and swallowed continents. The world Spinosaurus lived in would be almost unrecognizable to us. And maybe that's why this story feels so haunting. Because hidden inside these fossils is proof that Earth is not permanent. Oceans move, continents break apart, ecosystems vanish, and evolution keeps adapting to whatever comes next. Somewhere beneath those ancient waves, giant predators once traveled through endless waterways beneath storm-darkened skies, not conquering oceans, not exploring the unknown, simply living in a world perfectly shaped for them. And the strangest part of all is that we are only now beginning to realize how little we truly understand about the age of dinosaurs.